What's up, you filthy casuals? Welcome to the Casual Shenanigans Gaming Podcast, a podcast all about everything PC gaming related. I am one of your hosts, Germ Gaming, and tonight I am joined by my fellow loot whores, Dave, the not-so-evil Viking 13.
That's me.
Joel.
Merry Christmas, you filthy bunch of penguins.
Alright. And I'm also joined by James of the sexy voice.
It's because I'm sick.
Well, no. We actually had people last week write in to say that they wanted you to talk more because your voice is really good.
Oh,
that's true. Very true.
You have that deep old man voice, like the voice of wisdom.
Well, children.
When I lived through the last depression, I lived through the last depression, and it was just when the dust came.
Joel, could you see James as Santa Claus?
I
can see this.
I mean, maybe
I wouldn't give presents. He would
Christmas.
Maybe if he got a surgery, just like tightened up the cheekbones a little bit and stuff, he could be. Got to take a couple years off the top.
Knowing James, he would be taking the loot out of the chimneys and not giving it out. He's like stealing presents from all the chimneys.
I'd be the anti-Santa.
Anti-Santa.
I'd go in after he delivers a gift.
It's called the Grinch, James.
Well, I'm thinking worldwide.
Do you want to lead Team
Whoville.
Grinch? Do you want to lead Team Grinch tonight for
maybe
Operation Saving Christmas? Now, everyone, let us know if the audio is all messed up this week. It should be better than it was last week, but just let us know should that become an issue. But welcome to Lootcast 2014, a celebration of all of the worst behaviors in gaming that we like to encourage. We have many exciting things for you tonight. We have game giveaways. Dave has embarrassing stories to tell. We have some weird trivia where Joel has written down the answers ahead of time, though. We should be better organized than last year. But if you guys sent in your Skype names, be ready for me to call you, unlike last time. If you sent it in and I told you when it was going to be ready to answer, because if you don't answer, we're just moving on to someone else. But if you have not sent in your Skype name yet and you want us to call you during the show, write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com with your Skype name or your phone number, and you might get a chance. So
might get some loot, huh?
Might get some loot. Yeah, Dave, what are some of the games we have to give away this evening?
I'm pretty excited about our list of giveaways for tonight. James, Joel, we're giving away a copy of Fallout New Vegas tonight. That's right. It's the gift that keeps on giving and giving and
taking
hundreds of hours.
And then your wife leaves you, your government takes away your children, and Fallout just keeps giving and giving.
Fallout understands.
And you just keep taking the loot, and you take it, and you take it.
Hold me, New Vegas.
All right.
We also,
what happens in New Vegas permeates into the rest of your life and slowly destroys it.
We're also giving away copies of The Long Dark, which has been updating like crazy. There's like 2 new areas, tons of new loot. It's very appropriate for this podcast. We also have copies of The Witcher 2 to give away. And what else, Jeremiah?
The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Dave.
Where you can loot the graphics, but not actual loot.
Why don't you give me that game?
James, it does sound like you may not be using your snowball mic tonight. No guarantees.
Use that snowball.
Just make sure you're recording the correct one, and then I don't care which one you're using. But yeah, so we're giving away cool games. Last year we had a lot of Humble Bundle games. As it turns out, most everyone else had the Humble Bundles too. So this year we have some games that you guys probably don't have, and we're going to give them away. And how it's going to work, we're actually organized this year. If you win one of the games, you'll have to write in to casualshenanigans@gmail.com on the honor system, because I'm not going to remember any of this afterwards. You have to write in on the honor system and tell us which game you won. Dave, can you keep track of which games have been given out?
Yes, I can do that.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask you that part ahead of time, so we're not that organized. But
all right, mic check 1 2.
Mic check 1 2. Sexy James is back.
Hello, Santa Claus.
Oh yeah. Can you give us a little ho ho ho?
Yeah. It sounded like Jabba the Hutt. Oh.
It's not the type of ho 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 I was going for, but sure.
I feel really bad that I'm glad I can't get you guys sick in person since we're on Skype, but I'm sending you all viruses.
It's okay. I had someone who was sick over at my house most of the day today. Also in good news, my monitor switching button, my source switch stopped working on the monitor I used to switch between the potato masher who's streaming the podcast. So I'm not sure how I'm going to put up Yeah, that could be a problem. So we'll get back to you. We have a technical problem we have to overcome. But the podcast is going to start like it always does with Patreon shoutouts. We have a new Patreon.
Can I do one thing first? Because I'm sick of standing up really tall. I have a special guest. It's Dean Winchester. Yay! Okay, can I tell you just a short story about this? Because I feel like it needs one.
I have 90 seconds with Joel.
I have a cardboard stand-up of Dean Winchester from Supernatural in my room right now, in my office. He's just looking over Norman and making sure the film turns out right. I was at the mall.
I thought that was my role.
I just taped the little face of James on there. Hey.
Let's be honest here, James. Joel needs all the help he can get. All right, it's a team effort.
I think I still have the original script.
I have that version 1 that we do not speak of. So, anyways, I was at the mall and I see the stand up of, I was like, oh man, I need to just get this for James. And then I was like, I kind of want it. But then when I bought it,
bastard friend.
I know. And then when I bought it, then he's like, oh, you a super fan of Dean Winchester? I was like, no, it's for a friend. I was like embarrassed.
it's for, I'm holding it for a friend.
Yeah. But then, okay, I set it up in my room, and I put it in the room. Go downstairs, you're eating dinner. I come back up in the room. It's dark. I turn on the lights. I see the reflection of a man behind me. I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh, it's just Dean.
That's so unlike normal. Oh no, the man behind me. The long dark. Anyway.
And we went there.
Already.
So, also coming up later on the show, I am going to try to eat 10 Cadbury. Now, these aren't Cadbury cream eggs, Joel, because the only ones I could find on Amazon were Halloween. So these are Cadbury Scream eggs.
Yeah.
They're exactly the same.
I can't wait for this.
But the cream is green. And I also have a tall glass of Southern Comfort eggnog. And what do I get if I eat all of those in 5 minutes?
You get a game of your choice, man.
Game of my choice. Now, can I rain check this game if the game I want hasn't come out yet?
Yeah, that's fine.
Could I have you buy 2 copies of DayZ and give them away to people just because you hate it so much?
No, I will not do that.
Is the eggnog getting warm right now? Just like slowly getting up to room temperature?
No, I have the eggnog wench on standby, and I shall press the button and summon her.
You know you're going to see that green slime later.
One way or another.
I'm going to see that green slime.
How much food have you eaten today?
Well, here's the thing. I got hungry, so I've eaten a normal amount. Here's also the thing. This is 1,500 calories of Cadbury eggs. I normally eat 1,800 calories in one day. And this is 1,500 plus eggnog.
Did you practice? Did you practice?
No, I couldn't.
Yes.
Because they were... Yeah, I have never had a Cadbury cream egg. I don't even know what this is going to be like. I did try a tiny bit of eggnog because I wanted to make sure it wouldn't make me sick, because I am technically lactose intolerant. I think I'm mostly over it.
We're terrible people.
But I wanted to try it earlier this week. I had a little bit on Sunday night, so it's a couple day old Southern Comfort. But I wanted to try a little bit and just make sure I wasn't going to get sick, and I didn't. I had like 3 ounces, so I'm going to have 8 ounces of Southern Comfort.
Did you like
eggnog.
it?
It's not bad. I mean, I don't really get what the fuss is about. I guess it's like pumpkin spice drinks. I mean,
it's just a seasonal thing. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I'm much more excited about the peppermint milkshakes at Chick-fil-A.
Now we're talking.
Dude, those things are like 2,900 calories.
No, they're like 600.
No, aren't they like 900 calories for the?
Oh my gosh! All things gaming, PCs, and milkshakes.
They're all related to me.
So, it's now time to start the show like we always do with Patreon subscriber shoutouts. We have a new Patreon subscriber this week, and the most important perk you will get is Joel is now going to say your name in a weird voice.
Hold on, let me finish my drink. I don't want to spit it out.
That's Jeremiah's job, James. Come on now.
There's always just a random chance of it being really good.
All right. I was bugging my wife with this voice just a couple of days ago in the car. I wouldn't stop
your normal
talking. One. Thanks, James.
The God-given one.
God-cursed one.
I was talking like this for like the whole time coming home, just being really noisy. I was like, "Well, hey there, Kanan." Joey's like, stop it.
Thank you, Kanan, so much for your support. Appreciate it very much. Now go get yourself some eggnog and have a great Christmas.
There we go.
Joel, wasn't that the voice you would just default to back in the DayZ mod? Like when your brain would just like seize up and you couldn't figure out a voice to use, you just default to that one every time. Hey there, friend.
That's similar to Preacher Joel in The Great Train of Righteousness.
It's a little bit similar. It's not as good as James's voice that he can do that. You know the little Martian guy from Flintstones that showed up every once in a while? Do you ever watch Flintstones?
No.
I guess you're too young.
I don't think that. I think you're thinking Marvin the Martian.
I didn't have television growing up.
No, it's not Marvin the Martian. There was this little green Martian guy that showed up every once in a while in the Flintstones episode. It might have been like a Flintstones Jetsons mix.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, but James can do that voice and it's amazing.
And you've heard
thank you.
First from Joel.
Take your word for it.
Okay.
Back to you, Jeremiah.
Yes, anyway. Thank you, Kanan. Oh yeah, Debbie has posted in chat, if you're curious what's in Cadbury cream eggs, they have a link there. I'm going to click on it because I don't know what's in them either. But yeah, it is now time to talk about loot.
Good Lord.
What? What?
Did you actually... How many calories did you say it was?
They're 150 a piece. I have 10. They're also 20 grams of sugar.
Am I a horrible person for asking you this?
It's 2% calcium per egg, Jeremiah. That's good for you.
Zero fiber.
200 grams of sugar. Plus your eggnog.
You guys are going to see Jeremiah get diabetes live on the air.
So we start our embarrassing loot stories. I'll have plenty of embarrassing stories coming later. But the embarrassing loot ones start with Simon, a.k.a. Coop75, wrote in, just like you can, to casualshenanigans@gmail.com. And Coop says he is going to share his DayZ mod loot stories. He has a happy one and a sad one. First, the happy. My friend and I decided to chill out and play some DayZ mod on a PvE server just to do some base building and clowning around. We took the easy way out and bought a couple of base building kits from the admin. 10 SUVs full of building stuff. And we were online when it spawned in. We had to log off right after it happened. The next night we logged in to find our base in total disarray with SUVs everywhere, some on their sides, others upside down. We spent the night sorting everything out and couldn't believe in the end we had 25 SUVs and a ridiculous amount of loot. 7 of the SUVs were full of mortar and cinder blocks, hundreds of metal floor, and even 56 cans of 2-stroke oil. Something in the server glitched and we were in loot heaven for a few weeks until the server database was hacked or died and everything was lost. Now the sad.
YOLO.
I landed my Chinook heli on my way back to base on another server because of a restart. Logging back in, global chat was full of people who had things disappear after the restart. Back in the air, as I approached my base, I could see some of the walls were missing. Once I had landed, I found all my safes had despawned with most of my gold, weapons, and keys for vehicles. This was gear I had earned the hard way over months and months, and I was devastated. Dave feels your pain right now. Seeing as my base was no longer secure, I loaded all my remaining gear into the Chinook and took off to find a spot on the edge of the map to land till I could get back on the following night. Do you think Coop made it? Do you think that Chinook found a happy landing spot? Less than a minute into the flight, the server randomly restarts. I spawn back in on the ground and the Chinook is a burning wreck on the ground. Everything is lost. Keep up the good work, guys. Cheers, Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty good, Simon. That is some immense pain. I guess the closest thing we had to that was when we've told this story before, so I'll keep it short. But when we found on our DayZ server back when we hosted one, we found a duper that had duped a whole bunch of weapons and stolen some of our vehicles, and we found him on the edge of the map. Dave and I were out there driving over duper's tents, ruining everything. And we came across these tents full of like every gun in the game, literally dozens of guns. I stayed there like crying softly, watching over the camp with a sniper rifle while Dave rushed back to get more people to drive as many vehicles as they could find. And we came back.
We like said like an emergency beacon out, like, team, get assembled.
And so Mr. Chicken and Yoshi hopped in, we loaded up, and we stole all the stuff. And of course, we lost it all a couple days later. But that's not important because it was fun.
Oh,
it was
so
one of the
good.
best nights I've ever had in DayZ. And then now for loot stuff that's happened this year, James, since I feel like you get the most emotional talking about this one, we played some Payday 2 this year. Why don't you walk everyone who's not familiar with it through the Great Heist?
Well, for those who actually watched us for 5 hours straight,
On Twitch.
do the same thing over and over and over again to get it perfect. When it all finally came together, and how it came together is we had to kill everybody. We literally killed all the hostages.
Step back. What's the situation? Like, what's the setup?
So, if you're not familiar with Payday, it's basically a bank heist game, or you can do, diamond stores and stuff like that. This was a bank, and it had a vault, and we had to get something out of the vault, but then we had the option to go through and get all of these different lockers full of stuff.
Oh.
And we tried, and we kept trying to be stealthy. We kept trying to, tie people up and, put
do the right thing.
Jammers. Joel, do you have a question?
He's just stroking Dean's face with his hand.
Sorry.
Stroking your man. Anyway, when we finally got it together, we figured that the best option, since I didn't have stealth, was for me to run with brass knuckles and just punch everybody.
That was awesome. Tactical punching.
I mean, we literally cleared everybody out.
Well, what
and
had
got
to
away
happen
with it.
was there were security cameras, and you could jam them temporarily, but you had to jam the security cameras so you could get rid of them, so you could take out the guards, and you had to answer the guards' pagers, and you had to keep anyone else from sounding an alarm, and keep everyone down outside. And after several hours, we decided the best thing to do was, if no one was alive, no one could call for help.
And we killed all the civilians, didn't we, too?
Yes, everybody.
Yes, everybody was dead. I think we actually made like $3 after all that big pay.
We didn't know that you had to pay money every time you kill people at the time. We just thought, hey, they're just people, no one cares.
Even the ones who tried to run were cut down.
And so, James, when we finally got it, how long, from breach to clear, how long was it?
From breach to clear? Oh,
as soon as we entered the bank until everyone was dead and the alarms were off.
We probably spent an hour.
No, but on the final go, when we actually got it, how long was it?
Oh, gosh.
And Jeremiah, I actually have a list here of just the 9 steps real quick of what we had to do to get this right, to get to our loot.
All right, just let David tell the story since he's got the 9 steps right there.
He apparently has notes written out. When did you have time to type this up?
Do you go back and analyze missions?
In the beginning of the video, I just have a list of the steps, just because you have to understand how perfect this had to be, because the 9 steps to get us into the bank vault, every step had to be completed to perfection. All 9 steps for us to get into the vault, but at that point, we'd be totally free to loot. If we could pull off all 9 steps, it would be almost impossible to do that, but if we accomplished that, from there, it was just a matter of waiting around to unlock each vault. So step 1, find the key card to unlock the security office. I'm just going to let it roll here and then just read them off. Step 2, set off an EMP to jam cameras and cell phones, but only for 20 seconds. Step 3, kill all the guards quietly and then answer all of their pagers quickly. Step 4, kill the security camera officer who's locked in a room, but do it quietly. Step 5, kill the tellers to keep them from hitting the panic buttons behind the counter. Step 6, shoot all the cameras in the entire bank. Step 7, kill every civilian currently in the bank. Step 8, kill any witnesses out on the street, then bag their bodies and drag the bodies inside out of sight. Finally, step 9, break into the vault with a drill.
You forgot a step, though. I mean... Because technically, they couldn't hear a gunfire, so everything had to be suppressed.
It had to all be suppressed, yeah.
Which is why I didn't have a suppressor at the time, which is why I had to run around with the brass knuckles and punch people.
Like they're a one-shot kill. You're just running up unsuspecting civilians and just collapsing their skulls. Your hand didn't get tired after 10 death punches in a row. How hard do you have to punch a man to break his skull?
James, for me, can you just describe, James, I want to hear you describe, after we pulled off those 9 steps and we drilled into that vault and that door swung open, what was inside that vault, James?
Paradise.
Preach it.
It was the sun came up just perfectly over the horizon to where it was a golden glisten.
Well, the sun was about coming up while we were doing this.
In real life.
Yeah. But there was a golden glisten. There was a nice, summer breeze.
I'm there.
There was just birds were chirping in the street.
And the most important part, we had as much time as possible.
Yeah, there was nobody.
We needed.
Everyone was gone.
Anybody that would walk by would just be well, I don't see the dead bodies on the floor.
The amazing part was we had a pretty awesome viewership that night. Everybody was getting really into it in chat. And once we actually pulled off the 9 steps, we were in the vault, which had, I think it was 180. It was 180. It was 120 then?
40 or 50?
99?
I don't know.
It was a lot of those like little mini vaults.
Yeah.
The chat, like as we started unlocking each individual vault, which you had to do because we had no good tools, so we're like slowly unlocking each individual vault, and then the chat is like calculating, okay, if all four work together and start on the left side and go down each row, they were like calculating out like, all right, it will take 24 minutes to loot every vault in
yes,
the
it did.
What was funny is at first it was like two of us.
Yeah.
And then we're just like, you know what? Screw it. No one's coming.
Yeah, we were like watching.
We're all just like, oh.
We were guarding it.
I did like that we waited a whole 5 minutes before we decided no one else was going to show up. Well,
Yeah, I was like, guard the door. We're like, screw that. Everyone wants in. And the best part was, I think it was me and Dave, or one of us, me and Jeremiah, I forget, we were going to go loot first. And then, as Jeremiah's saying, maybe you don't need to loot. I look over, James is already looting.
I told James to stand watch, and James is like, oh, yeah, totally, boss.
When Jeremiah was like, all right, guys, I think you can just come inside and help us loot. I was like, okay, cool. Jeremiah looks over. I'm like on the row next to him, like halfway down it already. Like, okay, cool.
But when we did the actual breach, I think like we did kill one security guard and got his key card ahead of time. But then when we went into the actual like push, I think it was like 5 or 6 seconds. Everyone was dead. All the cameras were down. like we dropped.
It was just really quiet.
It was seconds.
You need to go check out. There aren't many Payday videos on our channels. There's only a couple. You guys need to go check it out. It was pretty awesome. It was.
I'll just drop the link here in the chat.
It was pretty insane. Yeah.
And suddenly I want to play again now.
Yeah, I've never just play again too. But it was pretty insane.
Oh man,
That was just too funny. I'm like, you guys don't have to block the front, or like the watch the back. I see this right beside me. Like James is already like gone a few.
there was so much loot, like good loot that we couldn't just put it like in our loot bag. Like we had to carry the individual bags. We had to go out to the street and we had to watch for civilians. And our truck was parked across the street, like in an alleyway with the back doors open. We had to like sneak to the corner and be like, watch both directions for any civilians. And like, all right, loot run. Like everyone like runs across, like throws bags in the back. How many runs did we make just carrying bags of stuff?
It was how many bags? It was like 12 or 13 bags. I mean, it was a lot of
giant bags of loot.
I think we took the bodies with us, all the bagged bodies with us.
Yeah.
There were too many bodies. It was great because the bodies don't despawn. So
we need like a semi-truck for that.
And then just think about it, the floor would have like an inch of blood on it at this point. There were just dead bodies filling the bank the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
Don't care, $100,000. My soul has a price
We
tag.
don't go in quiet. We just take out the entire town. No witnesses.
We go in about as quiet as a nuclear bomb. It's loud, but no one's around to tell the story.
You know what's pathetic, though, is we did it later, too. The same mission.
Yeah. What that was really pathetic is I felt really good about this, but about a month ago, I saw a video of a guy on the hardest difficulty soloing that entire thing.
What?
Yeah.
How?
He had done it so many times.
Man.
He said it took like 200 hours to get this perfect or something. But he just knew exactly where everyone was going to be. Like, he would jump through a skylight, drop 2 people, fly out the back door, answer a pager, start a drill. Like, he just had the whole thing. Like, people, when they do speed runs, it's no longer a game at that point. It's like insane muscle memory.
Oh, yeah.
It's like learning to dance, which, I mean, kudos to him. It's pretty awesome.
Ultra just posted in the chat that night you told everyone that no one is going to bed.
Yeah, because people were like starting to give up, and I were like, no, like we're already 3 hours into this, we're doing it.
The stream ended past 4 a.m. on a Friday on a work day for us.
It was kind of a work day for me.
Ultra, for the record, that was not the mission where I called Joel retarded.
Yeah, that was the
different
easy
one.
bake mission. That is one of my favorite gaming memories of this entire year. Is James going, all right, can we get this process started? And then, Joel, are you retarded?
No, let's set this up. All right, we're in the bank, and there's like the key cards, and they're not synchronized. So I'd already swiped my key card, and Joel's like, all right, let's get going. Let's go swipe the cards. Are you ready? 1, 2, I'm like, Joel, what are you retarded? You don't have to do it at the same time.
I thought it was like a movie, like, you know, like, all right, count, and like put the key in or whatever.
What did you say after that?
It was so condescending. It was like, what are you, retarded? I was like, oh, okay.
What did you say after that, Joel?
I don't remember. I just think I was just like, oh, okay.
I hate you so much.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, Joel, it's a bank vault, not a nuclear launch. There aren't 2 keys that you turn together.
It's a small. I think the name of the mission is
crack
Small
the
Town.
card.
Small Town Bank, and you want Larry and Bubba to synchronize the key cards.
Oh my gosh.
Which, for any sort of bank mission, why would the vault be right out in the open like that? Like, even in my hometown bank, they at least have a gate in front of it. Like, you can't just hop over you can't just waltz into the vault.
They had like the little like ropes, didn't they?
Yeah.
With the guard standing in front of it.
Yeah, that's true. He said the guard
Serious look.
wanders around conveniently on a predetermined path.
I just love how condescending James and Dave were when we were looting. Like, if I missed one in my row, they're like, Joel, you missed one! I was like, I'm so sorry!
Well, you were doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. This is the loot cast. This isn't the half-assed.
The half-ass cast.
Oh.
I don't know.
I think that might come up as a title sometime.
The half-assed cast.
Yeah, I think it needs to happen.
Sounds about right.
Jeremiah, is it time for a giveaway, maybe?
It might be time for a giveaway. I restarted my monitor, so I'm actually able to switch screens. Okay, so Dave, I need you to vamp while I try to call somebody, because I have to do like a complicated set of things to throw up. I'm gonna throw up a slide. All right, so no one can see anything. All right, talk quietly amongst yourselves.
What I'll
Dave,
do, I
go.
have a very short loot shame story just from this week, actually. A viewer pointed it out to me. I had missed this entirely. I was playing The Long Dark, and it's a Canadian winter survival game. Canadian winter, very serious survival game. But you can like loot all the furniture in the kitchens in like these abandoned Canadian cabins. I had gone through like 6 of them, and I was trying to move along. So I'm like, this is not going to be very entertaining if I'm just like opening drawers for an hour. So I'm in like the 6th cabin trying to wrap things up, and I kept finding cooked venison like in stoves and stuff. And finally, it was weighing too much. I was already full. I didn't need to eat anything, and the meat weighed like a good 1.5 pounds. So I found like another piece of venison, put it in my backpack, but I'm like, it's too much weight. So I went over to a cabinet I was searching. I'm like, I'll just drop one of these venisons. I don't need it in the cabinet. So I dropped it in the cabinet, went on down the row, went to the next room, looted for about 2 or 3 more minutes, and came back. I'm like, all right, quick double check on the cabinets again. I'm like, oh, someone put some venison in this cabinet. I'll go ahead and grab that and carry it with me. And I just put it in my backpack and headed off. I didn't realize, so I uploaded the video and someone commented like, hey, you realize you picked up your own loot that you had dropped, like to leave behind, right? Like I went back, double checked, and then I picked it up again. Completely forgot that I had dropped it. I was like, oh man, venison, I might need this. I'll just carry it.
Is that shameful, or is that like kind of like a nice surprise?
There's a verse in the Bible about a dog returning to its own vomit. All right, I'm ready to call somebody. So here we go.
All right.
Mike, can I head these up?
Head what up?
Wait,
I can't. All right, I got to add them. I got to add them as a contact. Whoops. Well, this wasn't thought through. I better start adding people as contacts. I can't add them to a video call if they're not on my friends list. So this is going about as well as before.
You guys are enjoying that logo right there. That's a high fidelity logo.
I was watching Dave play DayZ on Twitch one night because I was so bored that I was going to watch Dave play DayZ and so I was watching there, and I just decided to do a little test. So I counted a couple 5 minutes. In each minute, Dave he presses the tab loot key so many times. It was 67 times roughly a minute. 67 times.
Wait, that doesn't even sound possible.
It's possible. Dave
I would
run around through
machine gun
the
it.
building. Yeah, he'd be like tab, tab, tab. Every single time he would enter a room, he would like basically hold down the tab button and just floor it through the building and like look for loot, sweeping it. He'd be like tab, 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 tab. So I guess I was like, okay, so if Dave on average plays DayZ for about 2 hours each session at least, it was like roughly like 1,600 times in 2 hours.
You're gonna have to remap that button.
All right, Matthias, are you in?
Yep, I am.
And your name is ErieX on Twitch?
Right, that's right.
Welcome to the podcast, ErieX.
Thank you, guys.
You prefer to go by
How's it
ErieX or Lubiz, which is your Skype name?
Yeah, it's the same. Lubis,
Okay.
it's okay.
Those are not the same word, actually. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Good point.
All right. So, ErieX, would you like to win a game tonight?
Sure, it depends.
Would you like to play a game? Our game is pretty simple. We have true or false questions, so you have a 50-50 shot of winning either way. But before you answer the question, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am from Argentina. I'm a student. and I've been watching your show for like a year now.
Woo!
Yep. thanks to DayZ.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Well, here is your question. Actually, Joel will read you your question because he's the game master. All right.
This will be your true or false question. So you have to guess whether it's true or false. So it's pretty easy. And it's pretty ezy to lose, too.
There's a roughly 50-50 shot, would you say, Joel?
Okay. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Shut up. Okay. All right, true or false? The word mistletoe means dung on a twig in Anglo-Saxon.
Okay, I have no idea. So I would go for false.
You sure about that? Is that going to be your final answer?
Yeah.
The word mistletoe means dung on a twig in Anglo-Saxon.
Is that your final answer?
Okay, I go for
The pressure's on, man.
All right.
You can kiss me.
All right, which one? Which one? You have 5 seconds.
True.
All right. Is it true?
It's true!
Yay,
And-
we just want to give away games.
So apparently I wrote down the what it actually is. Apparently the ancient belief was that mistletoe grew in trees where birds had left droppings. That's the origin of the name, which comes from the Anglo-Saxon word mistle, meaning dung, and tan, meaning twig.
Okay.
Yay, we learned things!
We learn and laugh.
Thanks, Professor Joel.
So Jeremiah's going to be taking a Cadbury Mistle later.
All
Here
right.
for this, James.
ErieX, do you want anyone to add you on Steam or anything else? Like, can we pimp anything out while you're here? Do you have a Twitter you want people to follow you on?
No, I
saying you want friends.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
a
Do they
normal
pick
guy.
games?
No Twitter, no YouTube, anything.
Okay. Well, everyone give ErieX a shout out in the chat or yell offensive things at him. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, guys.
Wait, oh yeah, hold on, ErieX. Make sure you write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com and you got to pick which game you want.
Oh,
I should stay out of the games process. That's all you guys.
Okay, your choices are The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, The Witcher 2, The Long Dark, Fallout New Vegas, or Limbo.
oh, I'm going for The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Yeah, good choice. Okay, to get that, just add me on Steam, EvilViking13, and then send me an email, either at evilviking@gmail.com or casualshenanigans@gmail.com. It says, hey, I won this contest. This is my Steam name.
But I have the game in my Steam library.
Oh, sorry. Send it to actually at Germ Gaming on Steam. Yeah, I forgot who has which games.
I mean, you want to say? I was like, do we have 2 copies of Ethan Carter?
We should. It's amazing.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming out and joining the show.
See you, man.
guys.
Playing and have a happy holidays.
The same for you. Good night.
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 You're so sweet, Joel. So nice.
I'm allowed to be sweet.
It's the
Sweet
season.
like cream.
Because Jeremiah's going to get all so sugary tonight.
All right.
That was really lame.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
recognize that.
Please leave the jokes to me, Joel.
Joel, the look of regret on your face. Oh, you said that. You said that. It was like, I just see your eyes. You're like, nah.
Yeah.
Your brain's going, no, don't do it, Joel. Don't do it. You're like, I should. I'm gonna do it. Wait, no.
I've been playing my own game for the last 2 days. Look what happened to my iPhone 6. It just
Dude, that looks worse than mine.
it's horrible. It fell straight out of my pocket, just landed perfectly flat on its back in the case, shattered. And James sent me a text. I could barely read it, and to swipe, I'm gonna like cut my finger. So I'm like, it's turning into like a game like Saw. It's like I want to type and chat with my friends, but I'm gonna die.
Well, you'll have no
gonna bleed.
fingerprints, so you can go to Payday in real life pretty soon.
Okay, are we still in the graphic, or could they actually see that?
No, they can see stuff. They can see
Okay,
stuff.
good.
We're off the graphic. So yeah, it is now time. Let's do a bit of news.
Ooh, news
Joel?
time.
Okay, there
News
we go.
time.
Thank you.
But I just
All
do
right.
like we.
I think you did. It is now time to talk about Grand Theft Auto Online. So the PC version of GTA comes out when, February?
January 27th.
January 27th.
I'm super pumped. I'm like, it's like circling my
Almost
calendar
30
in blood.
days. Almost
What
30
else comes out close to that time, Dave? You pointed it out several times,
I did.
like the week before.
Oh, it's like almost 2 weeks before, but H1Z1 Alpha. Early access, yeah.
So GTA Online is coming out, and what is coming out at the same time, Joel?
What's coming at the same time as
For GTA.
the GTA Online heists?
Yes, the heists are coming out.
Yeah.
Now,
Or actually,
now
no. There's no actual date. Actually, it's not that day yet.
That's true, but it's assumed they're
But,
going to
yeah.
be coming out around that time. And what have we learned about them recently this week?
Well, they released a video. It was pretty cool. It showed that, and there was a really awesome article I read. I think you read it too as well. They were just talking about that when they initially first trying to do heists, back when they were announced at first, they just ran into so many different problems, just finding that it's not that fun. And they really need to make, like, one of their big examples was in movies, you have someone who's driving a car, the two guys get out, they go into the, the jewelry store, rob stuff. Well, the guy in the car is just sitting there doing nothing. And they said in playtesting, they just found that they want to figure out there's something for everyone to do in the game, so they all kind of feel like they're a part of it as a team. So they really reworked everything. Right now, they're going to have 5 different heists. They have multiple missions with each heist, and it's about 20 hours worth of gameplay. And so I imagine we're going to put quite a bit of time into that. I think, hopefully, if they're really good, I'm excited. I saw one, it was very much like Sons of Anarchy, like trying to get someone out from prison and things like that. And I'm really excited. I hope it's as good as what they're talking about.
And they're saying that apparently is it the same port team that worked on Max Payne 3, it appears?
It's confirmed.
That's for the PC version. Yeah,
which should make you excited, which means everyone should be probably excited to buy it on PC. Grand Theft Auto is one of those games where, like, even GTA 4, which did not run well on the PC at all, still doesn't run well. Just the mods available for that game is like the epitome of PC gaming. So if GTA 5 runs well, has that world, looks beautiful, has heists, and gets all the mods, I mean, we're in for a good time. I'm waiting for the DayZ mod. You know there's going to be one, and it's probably going to be awesome. But, yeah. So, that is that bit of news. Now, I don't know about you guys, I think maybe it's time we call someone else and try to give some more stuff away. What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me. One last little thing about GTA while you're calling is, I think today they just announced there's a Christmas tree that shows up in your house, your apartment. You can buy up to 3 houses now, and you can have a gingerbread head mask in the game now. That and like an elf or something. It looks really kind of creepy, but it's awesome. And like a cheesy sweater.
All right, let's call the next person.
What is that a picture of?
Yeah, I'm not taking down the graphic. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Is this Spec Ops?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Spec Ops.
Is that a self-portrait?
For everyone who can't see, because I'm totally not putting that Skype thing up, what is your Skype avatar?
That'd be a nice cartoon penis that I found on Google Images.
You didn't even draw your own penis. You
that was
Googled
not made now.
How did
nice
you
cartoon
Google that?
penis.
I just Googled cartoon penis. I have a picture on my phone.
Well, I bet you get served some really interesting ads on your Google sidebar.
Yes, they're great.
All right, so you've played with us several times on ARMA, but we're going to pretend like no one else knows you. Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
I don't know. I play ARMA, and I do nothing. I got my PC recently.
Sweet, what'd you get? What's your build?
750 Ti, 4690K.
Nice.
Just a dinky little hard drive, 1 terabyte, and it lights up blue, so that's fancy.
Yeah.
And how are you finding it so far? How are you enjoying it?
It's really nice.
Can you play pretty much everything you want to?
Yes, which is all the 4 games I have in my library. So I don't feel like downloading them.
Well, if you play your cards just right, you just might get another one.
And the Steam Winter Sale started today, so
it did?
Your wallet. Yeah,
What?
it started today. Yeah.
When?
It did.
Why are we talking about this?
1 p.m. Yeah.
Oh, well, this is perfect. The Fates. I'm going to just open up Steam real quick.
Well, we
Joel.
lost Jeremiah. It was a good podcast, guys. Have a good Christmas.
Well, no, if there's any good deals, we can call more people. I'll buy some more stuff right now.
State of Decay is $5.
You're actually gonna watch us loot live.
All right, Joel, why don't you give Spec Ops a chance to win something?
I will. And appropriate to your image.
Oh shoot, Ground Zeroes is $14 today.
Wait, dude, that's a really good point.
That. Loot right now.
Lost Jeremiah.
Please don't make that sound. Jeremiah is now licking his eggs.
We've lost control of this podcast.
All right. Ready for the true false question. Your name was again?
FPG Spec Ops? And
just
what?
Spec Ops. Spec Ops.
Spec Ops, yeah.
All right.
Joel can't do hard names.
Oh.
You just kind of said it really quick, and it was kind of long. All right, so
quick and long.
James.
Okay, true false. According to Japanese tradition, on March 15th, every year a giant wooden penis is hoisted into the air and marched across town to bring about regenerative properties on the local crops. True or false?
I'm gonna go with false.
So it's carried around to what? Spray regenerative powers on all the crops? Is that seriously a thing?
To bring about regenerative properties.
Yeah, I prefer my version.
That's not how it works.
So let's read the question one more time, just so everyone can be.
Just because you want to hear me say penis again.
Slowly.
According to Japanese tradition.
Joel, I can't. If I could get you to stop saying penis, that would be a goal.
Say that. No. You say that word way more than I do. Way more.
I don't know we're counting, but sure.
Well, come on, Joel, stop touching my penis.
Whoa!
Oh man.
Wait, actually, I can't. I can't buy some stuff as a gift and some stuff for myself. I have to do separate things. Well, I'm gonna buy Ground Zeroes real quick.
Jeremiah, the sale goes until 1 p.m. tomorrow. Can you wait? You're the loot whore tonight.
They might get rid of it. All right, I'll buy State of.
Question. Shut freak up. Okay.
Read it slowly, Joel.
All right, Spec Ops, last time. According to Japanese tradition, on March 15th, every year a giant wooden penis is hoisted into the air and marched across town to bring about regenerative properties on the local crops.
I'd say false. It has to be false.
It's actually true! What the crap? You'll have to look it up. It's crazy. Or actually, maybe don't look it up.
Although we
Google
found
Japanese cartoon penis.
No, don't do that, Cheryl.
Let's look up wooden this time.
Oh yeah, that's better.
All right.
So sorry, but thank you.
I'm so sorry you lost Spec Ops. Are you coming out to Operation Saving Christmas after the podcast?
Yeah, there's no mods, right? I don't have to load up.
No mods necessary. Pure vanilla ARMA 3. Save Christmas with us.
Will it kill my computer?
It will not kill your
last
computer.
Mission?
No, this is actually a pretty stable mission. I designed this one, so Dave did most of the work.
So it lacks lore.
It lacks lore. What it lacks in lore, it makes up for poor level design. And then Dave polished it at the end, so that part's good. But yeah, thanks for coming out, Spec Ops. We'll see you in Teamspeak in a bit.
Yep. All right. See ya.
Later.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be a winner, boys and girls.
I almost said bring about regenerative properties.
I don't want to know what that means. That sounds...
Okay. I think I know exactly what it means. All right, I'm going to add some more people on Skype. Dave, why don't you go on to the next news item? Not the potato masher one, but the actual next one.
The actual next news item, and then just let me know when you want me to tell my main 2014, at least end of the 2014 loot shame story, because that requires a little bit of setup. And
all right, I'll let you know.
I'll have you guys judging my stories from last year and this year to see which one's worse. It's going to be close. Okay, so for our next news article, this is coming from PCGamer.com. Very topical here with the Steam sale going on. Steam has finally implemented region locks on Steam game gifts, which I was actually very surprised to realize that they had not done that yet, because games cost different prices in different regions. And a lot of the times it means that the Australians are getting screwed.
In a lot of things.
A lot of the times it's just like, oh, $60 US is exactly the same as £60 in the UK. Like, the pricing is not great. But on the flip side of it, you have areas like Russia where the ruble has been falling recently.
Can't imagine why. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Something about let's just not even go there, actually. something Ukrainian farmland, moving on. So you could say, let's just talk about maybe the new Call of Duty. You'd pay $60 for it here in America, but the equivalent price on the Russian version of Steam would be $21. So some people have, traded codes region to region to save money and whatnot. But it's region locked. What do you guys think about that?
Well, all right, so Ankle Stab just said something, and he said, oh, crap, I made my Steam account in the U.S. and have been buying games on U.S. prices for a while and saving a few bucks. That shouldn't affect you. Buying stuff for your own account shouldn't be an issue, should it?
Yeah, I don't think so.
If you have a U.S. account, you're fine. It's people who have, like, a U.S. account who are buying Russian codes, things like that are going to be not happening anymore. So, which I'm totally fine with them doing that. Like, that's totally reasonable of them. It just prevents people from gaming their system, which is already super generous. Like, it's not like they, it's not like they're screwing anyone over with this deal. They're just not letting people take advantage of them quite as much. So this is totally reasonable. But yeah, anyway, so I think it's time to call somebody else. So I'm going to do through the complicated dance to get back to where I can do that. So I think he knows he's about to get called. We are now calling somebody.
The suspense.
Who was that masked man?
Grimace, are you there?
I am there. I am here. Yes. I'm there and here.
I am there. I hear a knock on the door.
I would laugh as Jeremiah's getting beat to death.
Not going to happen,
was
Joel.
that your home invasion scream?
My home invasion scream is, what are you talking about? America. No. All I got to decide if someone kicks in the door is machete or gun. They're both here.
Hopefully that happens before you eat all these Cadbury eggs. It won't be that. It'll be like...
So anyway, Jeremiah's office, after he eats all those eggs, he'll be on the floor going, please just finish me off.
Go for the stomach first. Let it out. So anyway, Grimace, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
I'm a professional keyboard jockey. I've been following you guys since probably Survivor Diaries 2.
Dang.
And I was once chased by Dave towards Berezino during the bloodbath. Was asked to form an alliance.
Yes.
Dave asked you to form an alliance?
Yes, we must form an alliance.
Man, how many people did we ask to form alliances? Because I killed at least 2 people that I had just formed an alliance with.
Bruce is the one where I chased him for probably a good 10 minutes from like Salichny to Berezino, and I tried the line from The Office on him, where like, we must form an alliance.
that was me.
Oh, that's awesome. That was so much fun.
All right, well, Grimace, would you like to win a game tonight?
Sure.
Dave, what games might Grimace be able to win?
The list has actually grown longer. His choices are now The Witcher 2, The Long Dark, Fallout New Vegas, Limbo, or State of Decay.
I haven't bought State of Decay yet, but I will buy it later.
The Long Dark.
All right, so Grimace today is playing for The Long Dark. All right, Joel, what do we have?
Okay, your truth or false?
Truth or falsehood?
It's not a question. It's
truth
just
or false?
Truth. Did I say truth?
This is your question.
This is your question. Okay, that was kind of racist. Okay. What? The bones of the original Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas, are preserved in a church in Italy. True or false? Or truth or false? I'd like to hear that again.
Yeah, sure.
The bones of the original Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas, are preserved in a church in Italy.
I'll go with true.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it, man. It is true. It's said that his bones exude a sweet-smelling, oily substance, which is prized for its healing power. Say that 5 times fast.
St. Nicholas's magic bone juice.
Just add it to a milkshake and chug it.
Who found that out? Like, where are the bones? Like, is it close enough?
I think it's probably made up.
Is it like a scratch and sniff? Like you scratch.
I think you should read that with the same. Did you source that off Wikipedia?
Well, yeah, of course.
or something.
No,
It's probably like, and then the Virgin Mary appeared in my toast, and she told me to burn down a hospital. I was like, well, maybe, but anyway.
Well, congratulations, you won.
All right, Grimace has
Thank you.
won The Long Dark. So if you would just write in to casualshenanigans@gmail.com, and
With your Steam name.
with your
And
Steam
your-
name, and I guess I have that one too, don't I? Okay, so I'll be adding you on Steam and gifting you The Long Dark later.
Okay.
All right, cool, man. Are you coming out to the Arma 3 event later?
I will, yes.
Sweet, we'll see you there. Are you going to be Team Grinch or Team Spirit of Christmas?
Team Grinch sounds good.
Sweet.
Joel, did you see a picture of the bones?
No, I didn't.
Is there a picture of the bones?
I'm looking right now.
Oh,
Did you put it in?
That sweet smelling Santa.
All
Yeah,
right.
that description is so disturbing too.
And with that, Grimace, thank you for coming out and joining us. We'll see you
I
on
appreciate it,
Teamspeak
man.
later.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Merry Christmas and drink eggnog.
Happy holidays.
All right, bye.
Joel, you're like the eggnog salesman for some reason. I don't.
And
love
drink
eggnog.
eggnog. You should also drink eggnog. What are you doing now? Drink eggnog?
I've only said it twice.
Okay,
You cut,
so
Joel?
when should I actually eat this stuff? Do we want to do that before we give everything else away?
No, we want to get as many viewers as possible.
I
So
think
people
we've got a
spread the
good
word.
number of viewers. That's-
No, you save it till later because you might feel really sick and not want to do the podcast.
Oh, that's
That's
true.
that's the point though. The
But-
point is
but
to
is
actually
it?
watch him suffer.
That's very true.
All
That's
right,
very
well,
true.
we only have two more little bits of news. The next one is very, very short. Potato Masher update. Hey, the Potato Masher is streaming the podcast tonight. The audio should be a little bit better. I've set up a boom mic for my audio. And video quality should be pretty good. What did you guys think if you watched it on YouTube? Did you like the video quality last week? It should have been the best we've ever had. It was recorded at 10 times the quality, literally 10 times the bit rate that it normally is. So
and at
far
30, not 15 FPS.
I'm pretty happy. I've recorded, my 2 terabyte drive is almost full. I have 15 hours of footage at least for the Potato Masher intro video.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand, but it's really fun. So that'll be coming sometime in the coming weeks. We'll probably have an episode pretty much devoted. Like the main topic is going to be that. We now really quickly will go to mail time.
Mail time. You
You
didn't
can
write
write-
anything down for mail time. I hate that
Sorry,
you don't do that.
I'm sorry. So
We have
Because I'm
mail,
always
is
so
all it
happy, and I
says.
look over at our document, and I see no mail, and I'm like, "What? You
I'm
keeping it from
so-
us?"
I'm so sorry.
That's
Because
all
they're
right.
long usually. So
Okay.
Nixon wrote in, and he wrote into casualshenanigans@gmail.com, just like you can, to be a part of the show. And he said, "Hey all, Nixon here again. My friend built a new PC a few months ago, and he's experiencing a problem. Here's what he sent me." And Dave, you're going to know the answer to this one because you fuss at me all the time for this. This is what his friend says. I built the computer, with a GeForce 760 and an i7 4790K CPU. I've been getting some pretty serious stuttering in a fair few of my games, such as Grid 2, The Witcher Enhanced Edition, Elite Dangerous, and quite a few more. The game will completely freeze up for anywhere between half a second to 4 to 5 seconds. This is infuriating and especially game-breaking in Grid 2 and Elite Dangerous, where finesse is key. The odd thing is, the stuttering problem completely is eliminated when I restart my computer. All the games run like magic for about a day or so, and then the stuttering slowly comes back and gets worse and worse. I believe my CPU is bottlenecking my GPU. I got the beefy CPU so I wouldn't have to buy it later down the road when I upgraded. Now it seems like it's running too fast and my GPU can't keep up, resulting in the stutters. I'm not sure if that's the true issue or not, but if it is, can you please provide a bottlenecking solution or maybe tell me what my real problem is? Well, I can tell you it's definitely not bottlenecking. I don't think there are GPUs that could bottleneck a 4790K. That's a beast processor. Like, I'm not even sure dual 295X2s, which is technically 4 R9 290Xs. I don't think that could bottleneck a 4790K. And I know a GeForce 760 can't be bottlenecked because we have one in the Potato Masher, and the processor in that is way slower than a 4790K, and the GPU is not bottlenecked at all. Dave, I think you know what the solution to this is, though.
Frequent restarts once a day?
Yeah, you said it's fine for a day or so. If you're leaving your computer on for more than a day at a time, as you open and close applications and stuff, it's going to use that memory, and that memory gets released. But over time, it's just a modern PC. It's not designed to stay on for days and days at a time doing a heavy workload. It can stay on for days at a time not doing a whole lot, and it can stay on for days at a time if you're doing very simple things where stuttering wouldn't affect it. But for something like gaming, a restart actually makes a big difference, and you should turn it on every time you want to play it and then turn it off when you're done if you're really looking for the maximum gaming performance.
Yeah.
Now, there has been some stuttering with recent NVIDIA drivers, so that could also be part of your problem. But if the problem goes away when you restart it. I mean, that's pretty simple. So, Nixon, pass that along to your friend.
A restart a
otherwise,
day keeps the stutter away.
If you're not actually sleeping and you're playing that entire time, maybe you should try sleeping more.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the stutter's your eyes.
Why are my eyes bleeding and stuttering? I can't
Get that thing fixed.
All right. We're going to call someone else and give away, and they just have a phone number. So I'm going to dial it real quick.
And dial in that number.
Right.
Joel,
Ask yourself some truth and false.
Joel, I like your notes under your 90 seconds with Joel section. Just all caps. I have a 90 seconds. That's it.
Wait. Which one are you looking at? Because I don't see that
That's
same
last
one.
week. That's last week.
Oh, last week. Okay.
Never mind.
Hello?
Hello, is this Jared?
Who's this?
The Casual Shenanigans Gaming Podcast.
Oh, shit. What's up?
I thought we called some random guy.
I was on California, and I'm like, who do I know in California?
California? I don't know why it's coming. We're definitely not in California. That's
Well, that's what it said on my ID. That's so weird.
Well, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. How are you doing tonight? What are you up to?
Just drinking some kegnog. You know how it is.
Nice.
Watching some National Lampoons.
Now that's a good Christmas right there.
Oh, yeah. It's the squirrel part, too, so, you know.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Cool. Well, Jared, would you like to win a game this evening?
I would absolutely love to win a game.
Dave, what could Jared possibly win?
We have Steam copies of The Witcher 2, Fallout New Vegas, Limbo, and State of Decay to give away still.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So, you're going to be asked a true or false question. If you answer it correctly, you get the game, as most
Of your
contests
choice.
go. Yes.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Let's do this. I'm
No,
ready.
but first, are we going to ask him about anything about himself? Do we care?
yeah, no, we don't. No, Jared, why don't you tell us about yourself?
How long have you been listening to us?
All
Why
right,
have you
well,
listened to us?
tall, dark, handsome, long walks on the beach, and no, I'm just playing.
Would you say
No, I've been,
long, dark, and handsome?
I
I'm so sorry.
I was really into Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I found out about Germ Gaming, so I've been watching him since his videos back then, and then I usually listen to the podcast at night, and I usually will what's it called, play Battlefield, and I never see you guys in any any of the lobbies or anything, but I've always wanted to play. Anyways, I'm rambling on.
Well, if you want to play Battlefield with us, wait till there's a good Battlefield game that comes out, and then we'll be back.
We gotta wait for a Bad Company one, then I guess.
Oh, maybe. Hey, if Hardline turns out to be good, I'll buy it. I'm not going to be a stickler about it, but
yeah, no, for sure. But anyways, I was a console peasant for years, and then I got a PC, and then it changed my whole outlook on gaming.
He ascended. It's glorious.
But yeah, and I've always loved you guys. You know, you guys are awesome. Sometimes I'll talk to you guys in the chat under Strizzy. I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, yeah. So
why can't you people use all the same names on stuff? Jeez.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Makes it easier for us to hack you guys. I mean, what?
We all know that Joel can't handle remembering people he's met in real life's names. So
You're all just
so
people
Joe's
to
awesome. When's that movie coming out?
Sometime soon. March,
And I'm
February-ish. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Joel, you sounded so confident there.
March, February, I don't know, whatever these investments with all the Kickstarter money pay off.
Whenever there's an ish thrown in there, it's like
it's coming. I think
if Joel
it'll
would
be
stop
before
making
summer.
board games and buying Dean cutouts and
Stop paying my friends to eat 10 Cadbury eggs.
yeah, we're not going to pretend like Joel's nose is on the grindstone on this. He finds time to do what he wants to do. All right.
you guys are funny.
All right, so Joel, let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. Are we gonna have one more person after this as well?
Yes, one more person after
cool,
this who I need to go ahead
cool,
and add on Skype.
Because I think I want to say this other one for the last one. But all right, here's one. True, false. Chai is the name of a dragon during the Zhao dynasty that banished naughty children to Dayu, the realm of the dead, on the eve of the Mid-Autumn Moon Festival.
Oh, shit.
What, you don't know this one?
I'm going to flip a coin real quick.
Joel, read it one more time so we can hear your question.
So one more time.
Yeah. One more time.
Chai, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing any of this correct, is the name of a dragon during the Zhao dynasty that banished naughty children to Dayu, the realm of the dead, on the eve of the Mid-Autumn Moon Festival.
How many callers have we had? 3?
Yeah.
And how many have been true so far?
No. Don't try to confuse him.
As cool as it sounds, I have no idea what any of it means, so I'm just gonna guess and say false.
Ding, 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 you're correct. I tried to make all that bull crap up. But
I swear it sounded like a T that you're saying Chai. I was like, is that a T at Starbucks?
Okay, so
he didn't even pronounce the made-up words he came up with. He wasn't even pronouncing them correctly.
I know. I made up the words whatever, Chai, whatever, right? But I wrote this. Chai.
Like that Nurbid movie you're making.
How would you pronounce it, Mr. Wizard?
Chi Tai.
Chi Tai.
Like you wrote it. You know how vowels work.
Words cannot.
For the rest of the podcast, can we just make Joel repeat the sentence that he wrote over and over again until he just collapses in a state of shock?
Okay.
All right.
The Zhao dynasty, that's real.
Yeah. I knew that. That was the one thing I didn't know.
To the Dayu, the realm of the dead, that's real, or I guess it's Japanese stuff. And then the Mid-Autumn Moon Festival is a real thing. So I was just combining things that were real with.
So if someone Googled it really quickly, they think like, wait, this looks
they can kind of figure out a couple things. Shut up!
That's
no one else
awesome.
made this stuff. I thought it was good. It was funny.
All right, Jared, which of those games did you like? Dave, read off the list.
Witcher 2, Fallout New Vegas, Limbo, or State of Decay?
Oh, man, I don't know. Well, if you were in my position and you had none of those games, you guys know more than I do.
Do you like RPGs?
I do, but
do you like indie games?
Yeah, I like indie games.
Have you played Limbo?
No.
Limbo's a great one. Limbo's
really
one of the best indie games in the last couple of years. I'd recommend Limbo then. That's a really, really unique game.
It's a good choice.
And all those other games are going to be cheap on Steam sales. If you regret your decision later, you can probably pick them up. So, but yeah, Limbo is awesome. So write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com and say that you want Limbo and give me your Steam name. And well, I guess Dave has. Send us your Steam name. Someone will add you, and someone will give you the game.
All right, that sounds awesome. I'm so glad you guys called me. I totally forgot I was sitting there at my friend's house. And
I can tell this is a big deal to you, Jared. I can tell you're really excited.
No, I thought it was last night. And I was like, shit, I missed it because I was like waiting for you guys to upload it on YouTube, and I didn't see it. And I was like, oh, they must have got drunk or something and forgot to upload the show.
That's what happens to Jeremiah all the time.
All right.
I can't wait to watch this back later. Are you guys going to upload it tomorrow or something like that?
Hopefully tomorrow, yeah.
All right, nice. Sweet. Well,
all right, man. Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yep. Bye, Casual.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, the only things we have left are giving away one more game, and then it's time for the Cadbury Egg Challenge.
I have my loot shame story still.
You have your loot shame story. That's right. Go ahead and tell your loot shame story, and then we'll make the final call.
Just so everyone put on classical music, like like a little fireside chat with Dave.
Because what I want you guys to do, for those of you that are actually listening and watching this live, I want you guys to judge if this loot story is more shameful than last year's. And to remind you what last year's main loot shame story was for Dave, I described how when I first got really big into Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, back in 2007, I loved all the loot in the game. I mean, different attachments for the guns. It had the realistic ammunition calibers where you had to carry ammo for every caliber of gun that you were carrying, which is like a whole other rabbit trail you can go down. And of course, I would be carrying 4 different types of guns, then required extra ammo for each one, and everything had a weight. So to try to get around the weight limit, And to get the best loot possible, I wanted to sell as much of the junk loot from killed enemies as possible. And to get around the weight limit, and to get loot to sell back to the traders, I discovered that ragdolls, corpses, had no weight limit. So I would stuff enemies that I had killed full of loot, guns, artifacts that you could sell from the anomalies in the zone, ammo, guitars, med bags, whatever I could find.
Why did you do guitars?
They were only worth like 40 RU too. It's like worthless. But hey, I'm not carrying them.
It's the apocalypse. We need our music.
I would. That atmospherically, that was one of my favorite parts of Stalker, was running into a group of Stalker loners around a campfire in the pitch black in a rainstorm. And I would find their campfire because one of them was just like sitting next to the campfire wearing his gas mask, just like strumming a tune on his guitar. Like the other two guys are just like sitting there like eating a loaf of bread or something. The atmosphere was awesome. But anyway, that was my loot shame story for 2013. I would stuff corpses full of loot, drag them back to the trader, and earn tons of RU to sell. So that's pretty shameful, right? I think we all agreed last year. That's a line
thing where you use dead bodies to earn tiny bits of money in an apocalyptic wasteland. Yeah,
You stuff dead bodies with guitars.
Oh yeah, and that's the other part too, is that I spent hours doing it. Like literally hours just dragging corpses full of loot back
Oh my
and forth.
gosh. All right.
Did you use the same one over and
year,
over?
You weirdo.
So this year I've been really enjoying Far Cry 4. I'm a bit behind on the videos I've been wanting to upload for that. Hoping to catch up over Christmas, but I've been playing a lot of it. And in the campaign, just very minor campaign spoilers here, I'll just be really generic with the story. There's a mission pretty early on where you're in this country of Kyrat, and the evil government forces attack a nearby village full of villagers that are supposed to be protected by the rebel forces that you're friendly to, the Golden Path. The Golden Path was supposed to be keeping these villagers safe. They were ambushed by the government forces. You hear a desperate radio call to, the village is under attack. They're massacring everybody. So I run back in my Jeep to this village, and there's like helicopters with troops fast roping. There's guys with machetes like hacking old ladies to death, and there's like a guy with a flamethrower like torching all the village's huts and stuff. Like people are screaming and crying and running around, and like it was pretty horrific for a game that's
like it.
I mean, Far Cry 4 like isn't the most serious game in the world, but like that was some serious devastation going on. So like I kind of got like the bloodlust going on. Like I actually switched from my usual like suppressed quiet guns. I pulled out the pump action shotgun, and I'm like, oh no, this is personal. So for the next 10 minutes, I defended the village as part of the mission, taking out the guys up close and personal with the shotgun. And it's so action packed. There's more choppers coming in, and they're getting reinforcements. I didn't have time to do my usual thing, which is I loot everyone in Far Cry 4. And that's an investment in time, because each time, it's a first-person only game, each time that you loot someone in Far Cry 4, your character actually plays the animation where you bend over and like you pat them down for the loot. So it takes a while. And in the heat of the battle, I just didn't have time to loot more than like a couple of guys just to grab some extra ammo and stuff like that. So the mission ends with you rescuing a character from the campaign from a burning building, and still, like, all around you, I mean, there's people just getting... There's, like, one guy who was, like, doing throwing knives at the villagers, and like, there's RPG guys rocking houses. It's pretty brutal. So after the battle's over, there's a really dramatic cutscene where everyone's just kind of distraught about what happened to the village, and everything's on fire, and it's kind of like a low point. Just, get the campaign set up for... get your bloodlust going. Well, the cutscene ends, and I'm looking around, and it actually transitioned really well from the cutscene into just the aftermath of the battle. They're kind of like putting the fires out, like everything's smoking
crying.
Everything's smoking and scorching, and there's bodies of like the government soldiers everywhere. But also there's like tons of dead villagers just everywhere. Like they got macheted and RPG'd and shot. And
people are crying over dead bodies too. Like there's people that are like sad and like bent over.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there, Joel. So I'm going around looting some of the government guys. I mean, they deserved it. Screw those guys. But then I run out of the government soldiers to loot, and I used up a lot of ammo defending this village. Right? Like I invested my personal ammunition.
You've really given up a lot. Not all these dead people.
I've invested a lot in the defense of this village, and so I start eyeing the villagers. I mean, they're dead. I'm sure their families are gonna miss them, but like their money's, well, it might do their family some good. I mean, but their ammo,
revelation.
I mean, their family doesn't need their ammo, so
Yeah,
like,
because it's not like the people would just come up and attack their village. What do they need ammo for?
they'll find more. So I start by looting, some of the villagers that had gotten cut down early on, and I'm finding some money and feel a little bit bad because each time I go up to a villager, they're like splayed out, like just wearing civilian clothes, the local garb, and I'm like bending over and like patting down their pockets, and like pulling watches and like GPSs and like pocket change. I looted someone's wallet wedding photo, which is apparently a thing.
Is that worth money?
Not much, but a little bit.
Who pays for that?
So I'm looting all
Apparently
these
he
villagers.
gets it from the family. He like blackmails them with it.
As they keep putting the fires out, though, more of the villagers start wandering back to the scene of the devastation. And as I'm walking around the village, searching their friends and family, they start gathering around the corpses, and they're like bent over, sobbing over the bodies of their friends and family. And the first one I walked up to, I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, all right, this is kind of weird. Like they're like crying over the body. I'm like, I have to, if I loot the dead person, this dead villager, like I'm gonna have to go into the first person mode. Like I'm gonna actually be in the animation, patting them down in first person, like listening to all the family members cry around me. I'm like, am I really gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna go there. So I started on one side of the village, and for 10 minutes, I looted every dead villager in front of their grieving families.
Let us now pray over the dead body.
And each time, like a couple of times, it was like I was just groping them. Like, you
had to make it really weird now.
Well, the best is that there's a little pile. There's like some bodies on fire and stuff, like a little like where a house got exploded or something like that. And so it's like a little pit, and these people are like crying tears into this like pit where all these dead bodies are. And Dave just walks right down in like loot.
I just stopped thinking about it at some point, and then after it was all over, I got a little bit offended because I didn't have enough money to quite make up for the ammo that I had spent. But that's my most recent loot shame story for 2014, and you guys can decide if that is better or worse than stuffing corpses full of loot. At least in Stalker, they were just masked, unknown
that's not good,
stalkers.
Man. It's really not good.
That's my loot shame for this year.
All right, well, it's now time. Let us know in chat. Or tweet at us or something and let us know what you think. It's now time to call somebody else. And of course,
this is the best one.
My monitor's not turning.
I have a loot shame, or not really loot shame, but I don't care that much about loot in games. Like I do when it directly affects the character or the story, and you have to have it. But I was playing DayZ.
It doesn't directly affect the character.
Once with James and Dave not too long ago, and we hopped into a server, and all of a sudden James is like, "Oh my god." There was loot everywhere. I don't care what game it is, but if like some hack happens and there's just loot everywhere, we were just rolling in it and stuff. It was amazing. Like you just hit the tab button in DayZ and the loot just like was exploding the inventory.
You would that night it was me, you, and Dave.
Yeah.
You were actually signing off and going to bed. I'm like, Joel,
you'd close the game.
You have to get back in right now.
What had happened was a persistent server had basically like crapped itself and was spawning hundreds of items in every room in the town that we were in. And me and James had just like, we were like, oh, we'll just check this last building. And we like opened the door, and like every shelf, there's like loot, like stuffed and like falling off the shelf. And Joel had already closed the game. We're like, no, Joel, you don't understand. Get it, Joel.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'll get back in. And I was like, oh my gosh.
When there's not enough room to show the entire inventory in your window.
All right, it's now time to call someone else for the last question, the last giveaway.
I think we need one more loot shame story too. Later.
I mean, right after this, I'm eating all these eggs, though.
It'll be a quick one.
Oh, you got one, James?
It's not for me. It's for Debbie.
All right, are you there, Ankle Stab?
Yeah.
All right, what's up, man?
Hey.
How's it going?
What's up? Good.
Tell us about yourself. You're from Finland?
Yeah. I'm an 18-year-old gamer from Finland, and I lived 11 years in Texas, and it's 4:20 a.m. right now. Well, 4:24. So there's a few people sleeping in the house as well.
Okay, so you're being quiet. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
So to win this game, I'm going to need you to scream your first and last name as loudly as possible. So you're not in Texas anymore, I take it?
Nah, not anymore.
Oh. Well, did you like Texas? Is America wonderful?
Being that it's 4:20, no, it's not.
It was a bit warmer.
In Texas, yeah, I'd say so. Did you catch on fire at all?
Almost.
Were you in the area that gets the good dust storms, or did you get to miss those?
Just around Dallas, so not really. I think I'd have to go more towards like Amarillo or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're near Dallas. You're in the decent area of Texas. Cool. Well, what type of games do you like playing? For anyone who doesn't know.
Yes.
Yes. Just yes. Cool.
He means the sleeping game. I like playing that. I hope you win this thing because we just got you up early in the morning.
All the games.
All right. So what games are still available, Dave?
We still have some really good ones, actually. Well, I think all these are some of our favorites, but we still have The Witcher 2, Fallout New Vegas, and State of Decay.
Do you not have any of those games?
Fallout New Vegas and State of Decay.
Sweet. Do you not have those, or you do have those?
I don't have those.
Sweet. Are you interested in either of those types of games before we try to force one on you?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool. All right, Joel. What question?
All right, this is the best one. I think you're going to enjoy it, and I hope you get it right, so you win.
And again, this is true or false?
Truth or false? Just kidding. True or false? Tio de Nadal is a wooden hollow log.
Do you know how to pronounce any of this stuff? Tio de Nadal.
What did I say?
Tio de Nadal.
Tio de Nadal.
Yes.
Sorry.
Just keep going. All right, we can have some Polish words on
that
here
knows
next
every
time.
single freaking language.
I don't know I just know Latin based.
Joel, you don't even know your own language.
He has mastery over the truths of his language.
Sorry.
Man, you can see a lot of profanities almost rolling off Joel's lips right there. Like, sorry. All right.
Tio de Nadal is a wooden hollow log that you put into the fire and order it to poop out presents. True or false?
Oh God, what kind of messed up culture is this from?
And this would be a Christmas tradition. It's not just something you just randomly do. It's for Christmas. It's okay.
Every Friday. Ah, damn.
Tio de Nadal is a wooden hollow log that you put into the fire and order it to poop out presents. Is that true or false?
I gotta say false.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Not really.
Do you want to flip a coin? That's had good success so far.
I think I'll just flip to true.
Are you sure?
Are you positive it's true?
God damn it, guys.
Think about it.
This is a whole game you're going to win.
Because it totally sounds like something you'd pull out of your ass.
No, out of the log. You order stuff to come out of the log.
That's true.
Out of the log's butt.
Yeah, same thing.
Joel, thanks for the clarification.
I just didn't want... What's so funny about that?
You're laughing.
You couldn't figure out what you were gonna say. Like the pause was just you're like it comes out of the logs, but.
All right, ankle stab. You gotta commit now. True or false?
I think false. Final answer.
Oh, I'm afraid it isn't.
It's true.
So sorry. But I feel like just finding out that this is true is part of the present. Okay. So the Christmas tradition widespread in Catalonia. And let me sing the translated version of there's a song, and this is a real thing, like where parents I'm going to send you a link to what this thing looks like. Everyone look in this in the chat. It's ridiculous. So apparently parents are supposed to they set this up as almost like a Christmas tree, right? And they put a big blanket kind of covering over it, right? And the parents are supposed to fake pretend feed this thing once a night for weeks before Christmas, and then they order it to poop out presents. And there's a video on YouTube I saw of this kid pulling it off, and he's like, "Yay!" And there's presents out right beside him. Like, what the crap?
What do you feed
like
it?
A really crappy elf on the shelf.
But here's the song, so I'll sing it for you in the style of Soft Kitty, Warm Kitty from Big Bang Theory. Shit log, shit nuggets, hazelnuts, and matto cheese. If you don't shit well, I'll hit you with a stick. Shit log.
I like you just turned towards the camera for the last bit, like it's time to get real, log.
There's I think there's two more little bits of it, but I just thought the start was good enough to give you the gist.
We should have had James sing it. James is the bard of the podcast. Although James might have standards. So
I do have standards.
All right, Ankle Stab, thank you for coming out and joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, man, take it easy.
Yep, so early.
See ya.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, well, I've successfully wasted enough time. There's only one thing left.
Oh yeah. It's that time. It's that time where money can make people do anything.
All right, so Joel, walk us through what we got.
This is probably going to be so freaking stupid, and you're probably going to. I don't know.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of chocolate.
Jeremiah, I told Jeremiah, I was like, I will buy you a game of your choice if you freaking eat 10 Cadbury eggs and drink a glass of eggnog. And he was just like, what, Cadbury eggs? I can do that. But then I don't know, because I feel like you're going to get like five of those things in and just start being like, this is kind of getting gross. Like, this is a lot of sugar. And so it's 1,500 calories, right?
Yep. Yes,
and how many grams of sugar, James?
1,500 calories, 200 grams of sugar, plus
now,
Jeremiah, have you Southern Comfort eggnog?
That is not like 8 full ounces there.
This is a giant cup. Keep in mind, I'm holding it.
This can hold a pitcher.
I could jump into it and swim. Now the funny part is, at work I was talking with Dave. I was like, Dave, now would you do that? He's like, nah, I wouldn't. I was like, if I bought you a game, he's like, well, okay, yeah.
So it's worth mentioning, I've never had a Cadbury cream egg. I don't know what this is going to taste like, and I actually had to get Cadbury Scream eggs because that's all that was available because they're Halloween eggs. So I'm gonna eat 10.
I'm gonna make a bet, Joel, that it's not gonna be the taste or the sugar that gets him. I bet it's gonna be the texture.
You think
of
so?
Everything combined? I think it's gonna be a weird set of textures.
It doesn't help that I kind of need to go to the bathroom right now.
I think it's still a cream egg. It's just like green cream, like,
but still
for Halloween.
I don't enjoy Cadbury eggs because of the combination of textures. Really? For me, it's just weird. It's just.
And do you not like chocolate covered cherries? Because I think they're kind of similar. I think they're very similar.
I do like those.
Okay, now I'm going to say this. Okay. It's going to help me relax. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, and then I'll be back, and then we're going to do it. So, Joel, can you vamp?
He's
for
going to go to the bathroom and purge his
3
stomach.
or 4 minutes? 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
I want to defend a little bit about the Norman stuff. Jeremiah thinks I'm doing nothing. I have been doing stuff every single day.
I'm just waiting for you to pick on.
I was just joking. Yeah, no, I know that. No, I actually have been working on stuff every single day on it. So but right now it's not a lot of stuff I can do on my own. It's a lot of stuff I'm relying on others to do, like visual effects and music and stuff. But I'm hoping sometime soon. I actually talked with Daniel, the guy who's doing the composing for the movie, if you want to jump on the podcast sometime once we have some finished music and talk about it, whatever. Promote his channel. He does a lot of really amazing music. But you can look forward to that sometime soon.
The loot. Go ahead, what? Please keep going.
No, you go ahead.
The loot story that Dave can tell the story. Us trying to loot. Hear it. No, you can tell it. Us trying to loot food for Debbie. Do you remember the time where she got a little impatient?
No, please continue. I'm actually not remembering this.
Yes,
it sounds good.
We had some food. The cooking wasn't really working. You remember?
No, come on, help me out here.
So we're running through town. Debbie's with us. We all meet up at a little house, and Debbie just can't get enough food. So she's like, "I'll just eat a bunch of raw steak."
Oh, yeah. Is that the one where she ate the goat?
I think, did she eat the goat or was she the goat? I wish she could be here to make the goat sound.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of both. She ate the goat, but she also was the goat.
So yeah, she passed out on the ground from eating the raw steak, and then we couldn't revive her. But then, like 30 seconds later, we found an entire room full of food.
Like shelves full of food.
There's also the time Debbie starved to death and died out in the street with canned food and a can opener in her backpack, but we won't get into
that. I've got my timer ready too.
Okay, so I have 5 minutes to eat all 5 minutes and drink this eggnog.
Yeah. The last thing, James, Dave, any bets? Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, I think you can do it.
Thank you, James.
I think he's gonna do it, but I don't think he's gonna enjoy it by the end. I think he's gonna be suffering.
See, now here's the thing. I don't want to get too cocky before I do this.
Yeah.
But I've been team fat for a long time. Like, I think Joel thinks this is a lot of food. It's not that much food.
But
Calorie-wise, it's a lot of food.
Here's the
It's
thing.
a lot of sugar nasty.
It is.
I've decided both ways that I win. I win if you eat it and you win. I win if you eat it and hate it and you don't win. I win both ways.
All right.
Because I'm making you eat this.
I'm going to go slow
ready?
on the first one so I can tell everyone about the taste and texture and everything, and then I'm just going to...
I'll give you time updates.
Give us a little soundtrack, Joel.
Oh, yeah, you got to give me 30-second updates, okay?
I don't have music ready.
You got to give me...
No, you can do it with your mouth.
We don't...
Oh, got it. Okay. Right.
Well, he's eating slowly that first Cadbury egg.
I need 30-second updates because I need to eat... I need to eat one every 30 seconds.
I sure will.
All right, ready?
Yep. 3.
I'm ready for this.
2, 1, go.
Tastes weird.
Okay, I was thinking more like slow, seductive.
Green and white.
We end the podcast as we always do by watching Jeremiah eat.
So right now,
Dave, it's usually you eating.
Is that your second one?
podcast.
He's on the second one. It's at 23 seconds. Oh, he's doing good. Look at that chewing action. What a beast. And 30 seconds.
These are very sweet. I'm in trouble.
Someone says I'm going to be getting diabetes just from watching this.
If you guys watch carefully, you can see his pupils dilate with each bite.
This isn't going to happen.
45 seconds.
Dave, do you remember when we went to the Civil War thing? The look on his face and he was eating the
what was it? It was
deep fried cheesecake.
Yeah,
Every
deep
bite
fried.
was like, whoa, whoa.
We are at 60 seconds. Sorry,
You're
1
on a
minute.
good pace there.
That
You're doing
shooting
good.
is
How's it
slowing
going?
down there.
What number you at? What number you at?
Almost done with 3.
Almost done with 3.
How you feeling? Is your mouth getting kind of clogged up there?
I think something's wrong with your color, like your color correction. You're turning a little green.
Don't forget to drink a little bit of eggnog if you need to kind of wash it down with some more sugar.
Do that.
You are coming up at 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Wow.
And now.
This is terrible.
We can help you with giving you some sugar-free gummy bears.
Do a system cleanse.
Did you guys see the link for the meme? One word: diabetes. Isn't that one YouTube song that's like diabetes?
Yeah.
153. Oh man, your jaw looks like it's getting tired. And 2 minutes.
So sweet.
My jaw's getting tired just watching this.
Are you
Oh my
halfway
gosh.
done now? Is that number 5? Or is that number 4? Okay, you're halfway done.
Okay, yeah.
It ain't down yet.
Oh gosh. Anyone want to change bets yet?
Did anybody bet?
I think he's gonna do it, but he's gonna hate himself tomorrow and tonight in about 5 minutes. Actually,
You're not
he's
gonna sleep tonight.
He's gonna be in the middle of playing Harmony. He's like, whoop, gotta go.
2 minutes 30 seconds. And you're on number 5 or 4?
6.
4? 6. You're on number 6.
Oh my gosh!
I'm so sorry. This almost pains me.
That
I'll get over it.
If you guys are listening to this on iTunes
2 minutes
or
50 seconds.
if you guys are just listening to this on one of the audio sources, you need to look up the YouTube video of this to see the jaw action. This is painful.
3 minutes. Halfway there, man. For mint time.
Oh, that's not. 3 is not halfway to 6. It's not halfway to 5.
Sorry, I forgot. Sorry. I forgot.
We both just went off to the sides of the cameras.
Sorry, I forgot we were doing 5 minutes. I was thinking 6. I don't know. Oh.
So English and math are not your strong points.
Yeah. 3 minutes and 30
Neither is
seconds
directing.
now. You better hurry up, man. You better hurry up. Hurry up. You still gotta drink some eggnog, dude. Hurry up. You have a minute and a half left.
He's wincing now. He's wincing.
I can't do it.
My jaw hurts. Oh. Sympathy hurt.
Where are you at? What number are you
I
at?
think it's a laughter hurt.
My jaw's shutting down.
So your arteries.
Come on. Go. You're almost at 1 minute left.
Like your glands are shutting down right now.
1 minute left.
I'm not going to be able to do it, Joel. I still have 2 left. I've fallen behind on time.
Use the eggnog. Use the eggnog. Use the eggnog.
My jaw won't work. My jaw's not working.
Give it a rest with the eggnog.
Yeah, dude.
It's like the Tin Man. You oil it a little bit.
But that means he's still going to have to eat like 4 within 40 seconds.
Yeah. I only have 2 left.
Oh, you have 2 left?
Oh, dude, you can do this?
I'm not going to be able to, Joel. It's like my throat's...
Yeah, you have 30 seconds.
Yeah, my throat's closing up.
Gosh, you'll be okay. Drink some water.
I'm sorry, I failed.
Oh my gosh. How's your heartbeat right now, Jeremiah?
Still fine. Got my blood pressure taken yesterday. It was amazing. I failed. I'm sorry.
So
Joel.
that was a lot harder than you thought it was going to be. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
My mouth just
it was close.
How do you feel?
Oh, those quotes out of context just... It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. My mouth's not working. The chat did this to me.
I'm so sorry, chat. I let you down.
Now, I'm curious what John is going to think, because he thought he thinks he could do it. Debbie wasn't going to let him, but he was like, I could totally do it. But now, after seeing such a master beast, giant human that you are, can't do that, I don't think John
Here's the thing.
could do
I think I could easily have eaten that many. I would have just had enough time to pause in between. It wasn't the amount of food. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting full. It was the,
It's so
I
thick,
didn't eat 2 of them, so I only made it to 1,200 calories. I'm so sorry. What's my punishment?
You have to eat the rest.
Probably not gonna. That was probably the first and last Cadbury eggs. I'm just sorry I let everyone down on the podcast, you know? So many people are going to be crying. Dave doesn't look happy right now.
Oh, no, I enjoyed every second of that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I have sympathy pains in my jaw now, though. That's not fun.
I don't know what you guys are waiting for. I feel totally fine. Like, I don't feel bad at all.
Yeah.
It's not all to my stomach yet.
Your heart's going to start racing by the end of the podcast.
Nope. My blood pressure is excellent. I had it taken yesterday. 112 over 68. I'm a specimen.
Later tonight, this is Jeremiah. Hey, guys.
Nope.
It's like tethered to his...
He's just like floating around.
Hey, ankle stab. I love the thing you just dropped in the chat. No, I feel totally fine. I will make that wager. I was wrong in that I couldn't do it, but I will wager that I'm going to be totally fine. I drank half a bottle of Worcestershire sauce earlier this year on a similar dare. I felt bad after that one. Turns out that's enough sodium for like a year.
Jeez.
I retained a little water weight. But I'm sorry, everybody. I let you down.
You're getting old, okay. Jeremiah.
Look, if it was like a spicy challenge or something, I'd be much better at that. This was not. It wasn't even the sweetness. It was just.
So you want to do ghost pepper?
No, that's not what I meant. It was just the amount of fluffy filling to like. I just couldn't chew through it fast enough.
That's what I was saying. That's what I thought.
I feel bad.
See, that's what I thought too. Was the texture was going to be what did him in?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the time. I thought it was going to be just like. I mean, I love like malted milk balls. Like
I could have done the last 2 with time, but I was keeping track in my mind, and I was staying right on time. But on the 8th one, I started slowing down exponentially. So if I'd been like another 25 seconds ahead, I think I could have done it. But
we'll never know now, will we?
I guess
or
we never will.
We could do it again next time.
Yeah, next year will be something different.
Write it down. Podcast 200, I will beat the Cadbury Egg Challenge. Podcast 200, okay?
200?
200.
That's next year.
Maybe. No, Dave, it doesn't. There are 52 weeks in a year.
Math.
You said podcast 200.
Podcast 200.
Math.
Yeah, episode 200.
Okay. What number are we on, Dave?
Well, now... You're assuming that we keep a consistent podcast schedule.
That's true. But if we make it...
Dude, it freaked me out. I was like, wait, what the
heck? All right, so... That's my wife. I don't...
Barack Obama wishes you a Merry Christmas.
Don't ask why we have that mask.
Jeremiah, was Obama your medic? Just in case things went south?
Do you have a little bit of role playing?
Just introducing her to the stimulus package.
Better pick your health care.
Anyway.
Oh, man.
All right, babe. It was cool at first. It's getting kind of weird now.
Bye, Obama.
But no, Ankle Stab says yes. That would be almost 4 years from
the
now.
long dark.
That would be
Thanks for killing Osama.
That would be almost 4 years from now. But write it down. I will train if this comes up. This is my first time having Cadbury cream eggs. If we make it to podcast 200, I will beat the Cadbury cream egg challenge. And if the podcast continues to grow, maybe I can beat it on like a pack stage or something. Who knows? Like maybe 200 will be some big live podcast. You never know. Probably not, but you never know. It could happen. Probably won't, but you never know.
And he's getting faster, everyone. He's getting faster.
You never know. You never know, guys. You just don't know. Okay. All right. Stay with me.
We're not going anywhere.
You are. You're moving around. Okay, all right. Everyone sit still. Okay, Joel. Before we go this week, do you have anything else we want to talk about? Anything else we want to cover? Anything before we go into Operation Saving Christmas in ARMA?
Too slow, Joel. Too slow.
Comment. Do we have a comment of the week?
We do have a comment of the week. This is actually what left on my channel. I normally don't get great comments. Normally all the internet fame swings Dave's way, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this was on my video called "When Should You Deploy Your Titan?" It was a Titanfall strategy video. And Nathan says, "Well, Joel, can you read it?"
Yeah, sure. I'm going to read it in the way I think this is how he was.
Yes, I love
thinking.
these.
So,
do it, Joel.
He's probably like, "Hey, guess what, idiot? Oh, idiot!
Why are you typing?
Because he's typing. He's getting things wrong.
Right.
This isn't Battlefield 3. Period. When pilots are jumping around, kicking your ass, gotta type that. You don't wait around. You call in a Titan, okay? Titanfall is nothing like Battlefield." And then he types
that sense of Titanfall superiority.
I'm sorry for trying to help people during the Titanfall beta. Anyway, yeah, that's the comment of the week. And does anyone have anything else they want to talk about before we wrap the podcast down?
I would like to say goodbye, Jeremiah, in case you don't wake up tomorrow.
Actually, I was going to say, babe, could you go get me
another eggnog?
Yeah, I was looking forward to having some eggnog.
Dum.
Wait, are you asking for eggnog?
Yes. I had like a tiny. I've never had eggnog before, except for the tiny.
You're gonna have it now after 1,200.
Jeremiah, it's really good with a little bit of rum too. That's what I hear.
Joel
Not that I've drank that,
with a little bit of rum in it.
Everyone says it's really good with
you got the
little bit of rum, or like brandy or something.
Sample size Jack Daniels.
Jeremiah's ordering drinks live on the podcast.
Well, my wife is somewhere and she got like this sample size Jack Daniels, so I figured that's the perfect thing to dump into less than a serving size full of eggnog.
Oh, can I tell? This is kind of a horrible story. I do not agree with any of this, but it was just funny at the time.
It was a white.
We were joking. We have a lot of really stupid meetings at our work, and I thought it'd be really hilarious if you get all the guys to show up really early, well, like get all the seats, and then only one seat left for like if there's a girl coming to the meeting, whatever website it is. And this is not how I am. I don't actually believe this, but I just think it'd be horrible just to see the reaction. But the only seat that's left is behind like a little sandwich table. They gotta sit like, oh hey, you're late to the thing, but just go ahead and sit behind that seat. And you know what? There's sandwiches right here. Would you mind making some sandwiches just to see how angry they would get? Like, oh, sorry, it's the last seat. Just go grab yourself some.
It's a social experiment. It's just a prank. It's a prank, bro. No, baby. It's a prank, bro.
Cool story, bro.
I think it's hilarious.
Wait, how much alcohol is a shot?
Did you put that whole bottle in there?
The size of a Cadbury egg.
There it is.
Dude, cold eggnog is so good. You add a little bit of like cinnamon or nutmeg on the top, so good.
What kind of eggnog do you have?
Says I should have blended the eggs and made a nice drink. That was my original plan. I wanted to see if I could just blend all the eggs into a smoothie with eggnog and just drink it in 5 minutes.
Oh.
You could do that tomorrow night.
I'm out of eggs, Joel. I only bought 10.
He doesn't keep
finish those last 2 off. You can ship me those last 2. I'll eat those.
I don't even feel full. All the eggs should be in my stomach now. I feel totally fine.
He's gonna hear.
They were sugar-free Cadbury eggs.
No.
All right, PJ
anyway,
Wise Plumbing.
That is the podcast. Thank you for coming out to Lootcast 2014. Next time, one of you guys will have to embarrass yourselves. I don't get a free game, which is okay because Joel gave me his PSN login information earlier today, so I got a lot of free games. But that's all for Potato Masher videos, which are coming soon. So thank you everyone for tuning in. As always, you can write into casualshenanigans@gmail.com to be a part of the show. You can tweet at casualshenaniga, at Germ Gaming, at Evil Viking. We will not have a podcast next week because it's Christmas. But who knows, maybe we'll do a special at some other point in the week, and we will hopefully do one the week after, even though it's New Year's Day. That's after like all the celebrations, so who cares? So anyone have anything else? Oh yeah, and hopefully ARMA 3 is starting pretty much right after this.
Yep.
Start hopping into TeamSpeak pretty much immediately. We are going to try to stream this. I guess, Dave, it's up to you which of us you want to stream.
I can stream.
Okay. Yeah. Please no one stream snipe. And yeah, so start hopping into TeamSpeak. Go check out the announcement videos on our channels if you don't have the TeamSpeak address, and we will see you all very soon.
Joel, I think Dean should tell us or send us off.
Can Dean take us out this week?
You got it. Yeah. Please do it in your Dean voice.
He has a Dean voice?
No.
Wow, he ran very fast. And everyone can see how short
he's Dean.
Oh, sorry, he's back.
Slap a seal, everyone.
What was that voice? Is that Bing Cosby or something? Crosby?
Stay casual, everyone.
That was lame. You gotta try better.
Come on, you gotta do the gruff.
Alright, I'll turn it.
Alright. This is sending off the Lootcast, the 2014 Lootcast.
Come on, Joel.
Come on, Dean.
Dean, come on.
Stay casual.
That sucked too.
Too late. The stream's down. The stream's down.
That worked.
All I heard was, I suck too.